All right, class. We've already talked about this in class as well, but I wanted to have a video version just so you can refer back to it about these plant history oral stories. Also a super fun part of these projects. This is an opportunity for you as a group to share with your classmates orally some really fun and interesting stories about your plant, things that got you excited when you were reading your books or other resources if you found other things. So I really enjoy these quite a bit too. In the past, groups have integrated quizzes, have made it a trivia game, have just straight up told stories. Groups have brought in coffee, chocolate, other things. I mean, you can do what you want and have fun. This is meant to kind of get your classmates kind of leaving this class excited about your plants. So that's what the goal of this is. You all have 20 minutes. We'll do 2 per class. And you know, as opposed to just trying to share every little thing that happened to your plant in history over thousands of years, which could end up being kind of boring and just like a bunch of facts, or like leaving, us viewers wondering, well, what things should we know? Why? What are the key things that make this plant so interesting that they wrote a whole book about them? Just share the key things. You could share 1 or 2 moments in history and flesh it out in great detail, or you could tell several vignettes or small stories about your plants, but just make sure it's interesting and engaging. And I'll remind you, and I'll show you, quickly the link here to the rubber tree history story. I purposefully did that one in 20 minutes so you could kind of see, had I presented to the class, you know, I hope you found that to be interesting. I focused on just 2, World War I, World War II, not the entire history of every little bit of the rubber plant. You can go read a whole book for that, but some really neat ways that this particular tree influenced outcomes in the wars, which was, I think, pretty cool. Videos are definitely also neat. I showed some nice historical footage, I think, that enhance the lesson, but try to keep that to be no more than about 5 minutes of the total time out of 20 minutes. That way you're actually showing you sharing the history or the economics or the food or whatever. It's you sharing it in your own words and trying to get people excited about your plant. So that's a good kind of example. I had footnoting throughout that, a reference slide at the end, that kind of stuff. So the nitty-gritty, just to be quick, is down here. So you've got 20-minute oral presentation where, you lose points if you are too short or too long because you're really trying to do it in around 20 minutes. There are some points for group members evenly contributing to the oral presentation, so everybody should talk at some point. Footnoting connected to credible references throughout, that's important, and having references formatted properly. And then the other 2 parts are really about the presentation and the information. So, you should have a creative and engaging presentation. Involve the class, make it fun. Don't rush, don't go too slow, things like that. And then your history stories, they need to be accurate and told as stories, not just timelines as events. So being accurate means if you're using credible sources, then you're automatically getting that piece of it. And just really have fun. I mean, this is meant to be fun. So I really look forward to seeing more about these. You can find the details of the rubric here and the assignment in Canvas. Enjoy, everyone.